Hey Nintendo fans, it's TheJWittz here, finally back from E3 2014. It was a blast making all those gameplay footage videos, but it is nice to get back to my regular scheduled content. On today's Toy Shop video, where I take a look at all things Nintendo toys and collectibles, we've got yet another Japanese import shipment from Pokevault.com, and today we're taking a look at the Kanto Mega Evolutions. So starting things off, we've got Mega Blastoise. As a lot of you guys know, Blastoise is my favorite of the original Kanto Mega Evolutions, so naturally this is my favorite plush that we're showing today. He comes with the glorious arm cannons, and he's really not that large, but also not that small. To show some size comparison, here's the Squirtle that I normally use in my setups. He's about as tall, certainly a lot larger overall, but definitely not too big of plush where it'd be hard to fit somewhere. But if you put him next to Greninja, who we've shown earlier, he's much, much smaller. So definitely a decent sized plush, but not big if you were looking for some kind of huge Mega Evolution plush. Here we've got Mega Venusaur, and there's actually a great amount of detail. They have all the individual little vines and plants throughout his foliage at the top, which is kind of great. And of course, they remembered to include the butt flower, which aside from this slightly larger plant, is really the only thing that separates Mega Venusaur from a regular Venusaur. But you know what? At least he's got that. Here we have the fearsome Mega Charizard X in his beautiful black and blue glory. Actually just knocked them off with his tail. And the wings are really sturdy. They have sort of like a wiring in them, which lets them stay sort of fold out in a way so that they're not drooping. And in general, Mega Charizard X has just been getting so much love as of late. You've seen him in rumors. Perhaps Steven Stone has one from the Coro leaks. He's going to be the final Smash for Charizard in the Smash Bros. Game. He had an appearance even in Pokemon The Origin. People love Mega Charizard X. I think it's mostly just because of his alternate color, even though he basically looks like what a shiny Charizard is supposed to. And normally I'd say last but not least, but poor Mega Charizard Y just isn't getting any love. No Final Smash, no Steven Stone, no movie credentials. He's just another form of Charizard. Poor Mega Charizard Y, he still looks great. Again, has that same wireframe in his wings so that they don't bend as easily. Now, one thing I love about this full set is that everybody stands very easily. Sometimes the plush, you gotta prop them up against a wall or something like that, but as you guys can see, I'll pull out a little bit, they are definitely standing on their own legs. So if you want something that's easy to display that doesn't need to be pushed to the back, these guys will do it. And also joining us today are Pokédolls for the X and Y evolutions. So here we've got Greninja, and one thing I love about Pokédolls is, as you can see back here, they're small. It can be hard sometimes to keep a large plush collection and find room for everything. As you can see, here's Greninja, and here's other Greninja. He's about half the size, maybe even smaller. I find them to be adorable, and also easy to keep track of so that I can have a bigger collection instead of having one that takes up my entire room. So here, also Chestnut. And finally we've got Delphox, who unfortunately doesn't come with a little magic wand. I guess it's just indulging in a more peaceful time where you don't have to use fire spells to roast your opponents. But those are the X and Y Evolution Pokédolls. And finally, we have another Esper, because of course, why not? Pokemon in Japan understands our ridiculous love for Esper, holding not just any Pokepuff, but a Supreme Honor Pokepuff, which you can only get for defeating the Elite Four. So this Esper has seen some things. Also, one really fun thing I found out with this Esper, and actually the previous Espers that I've shown, is that if you search behind the ear, it actually has the little gold rings that store its psychic power under it. I probably should not be touching those, but hey, it's there. It's a fun little detail. Also, if you stack this guy up next to the other Esper that I did in the previous video, they are just about the same size, so it's literally just another sitting Esper with a Pokepuff if you love Esper. Or maybe you don't care about this Esper and just want the one that has somehow defeated the Elite Four. Either way, they still find a way to make Esper look both creepy and adorable at the same time. That is all for this episode of The Toy Shop, but I should be back soon with another Mario-related video coming soon. Also, if you liked any of the toys that I showed from Pokevault.com, you can use the coupon code TheJWittz at checkout to get 10% off anything from your order. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon for the next video.